What's going on, guys? Joseph Conlon here with your Monday Night Raw review on Monday, November 23rd, 2020. We are here to talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. This was the post-Survivor Series episode of Monday Night Raw, and I was right. I knew that they were barely going to bring up the Survivor Series after the show was over. They brought it up maybe twice or three times with Lana, The New Day, and in the beginning of the promo. And the Undertaker stuff as well. But is that really a part of the Survivor Series? Because he wasn't in the match. So, 3 times they brought up the Survivor Series. I knew that was happening. This show tonight, it's not going to be a long review at all. I'm tired. This show makes me so tired, man. I swear to God. 3 hours is too long. For a weekly television show, 3 hours just kills you. It really does. 3 hours makes you want to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Like, you're watching the third hour and you're just like, dude, like, can this show just get over already? Like, I want to go to bed. Like, that's the type of mentality I get on the third hour of Monday Night Raw every single week. I just want to go to bed. But the show tonight was not terrible. They had some good wrestling. Alexa Bliss was great. The other stuff was meh. You know, you had the New Day into Hurt Business again, which we'll talk about. You had the stuff with Lana and Nia Jax. You had the ending of the show, which we'll talk about. So, not a terrible episode of Raw, but, I mean, it wasn't great or anything. It wasn't good. Hell, it wasn't even decent. It was just, I don't know, it was just an average episode, but we'll talk about it. If you guys haven't already, I would advise you to go check out my Survivor Series review, last night's review. I will leave a link in the description again. And earlier today, I did a Dolphins reaction video to the loss to Denver last week. I know I did the reaction the day after they lost, so the views took a hit on that one like I expected, but that's alright. If you guys could still check it out though, I very much appreciate that. I'm going to leave a link to that into tomorrow's NFL Week 12 predictions. So, let's get to the start of the show. Honestly, I'm just not even going to talk about the opening segment because it's just a waste of time. It was just a waste of time. You had the Team Raw standing out there and each talking about why they deserve a WWE Championship match. It's the same start. And Braun Strowman headbutted Adam Pearce. Who cares? Who honestly cares about Braun Strowman? If you care about Braun Strowman, leave it in the comments below. I would appreciate if you left that in the comments below. Do you care about the big dork Braun Strowman? Let's talk about the opening match. We had the New Day versus the Hurt Business for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Again, from last, we saw the same match just a week ago. We saw the same match, and the New Day beat them clean. So why do the Hurt Business deserve another chance at the Raw Tag Team Championships? Apparently in WWE, all you have to do is ask, and you shall receive. It's like I could ask for a WWE Championship match against Drew McIntyre. And you know what? I'm guaranteed that championship match. That's kind of how it is. But, I mean, Last week's match was so much better. So much better. Last week's match was so much better. This resulted in a double countout. This resulted in a double countout. So both the New Day and the Hurt Business got counted out. The MVP got on the microphone. He said, "You don't want to win like that, do you? This is not the way we're gonna do it. This is not the way we're gonna take care of business. Get back in the ring, and we're gonna restart the match." And the New Day, being babyface champions and being fighting champions, of course they're gonna go back in the ring and reset and accept the match. Now, you'd think that you'd give the tag team championships to the Hurt Business. You give the championship to a team who could use the titles. I mean, it's the Raw tag team titles. They're pretty much dead and irrelevant already. So you might as well just give them to the Hurt Business. What did you accomplish with the New Day defeating the Hurt Business clean here? Seriously. Ask yourself that question. What did WWE accomplish by having the New Day defeat the Hurt Business? It accomplished nothing. Now you had, technically, 3 matches between these guys. In 7 days, you had 3 matches between these guys. And the Hurt Business lost clean in both of them. I'm sorry. As much as I love Cedric, as much as I love Shelton Benjamin, they don't deserve a tag team title match for a long time. And watch. They'll be getting a tag team title match at TLC. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. So, after that, we got Adam Pearce. He's in the back. He's bruised up from his headbutt from Braun Strowman. He said, "I don't make the decisions around here, but if I was in charge, Braun Strowman would be fired." Excuse me. Braun Strowman would be fired and never seen again. Yeah, I would actually like that. I would actually like that. Make Adam Pearce in charge over Vince McMahon, because so we don't have to see Braun Strowman ever again. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't want to see him. I'm not a fan of him. I don't like the guy. I don't like him personally. I don't like him as a character. That's just facts. That's just straight facts. I'm laying down the hammer on Braun Strowman tonight. He's my victim. So, Adam Pearce gets interrupted by Bobby Lashley. He then gets interrupted by Randy Orton. Come up with, we're going to have 3 singles matches. The winner of the 3 singles matches will move on to a triple threat match next week, and the winner will face Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. Oh, okay. I see you, Bruce. I see you, buddy. I see you, Bruce. Bruce Pritchard, folks, is going through old scripts. He's going through old scripts that he used back in September. He's going through scripts that he used in September, looking at old scripts, trying to figure out ideas. Oh, Vince, let's do the same concept that we did for Clash of Champions for TLC. Oh, that's a great idea, Bruce. Do it. Do it, Bruce. I'm not stupid, okay? I'm not stupid. This is the same exact thing you did for Clash of Champions. You had 3 singles matches, and the winner would go into triple threat. I'm not dumb. I have good memory. I have great memory, Bruce. You're not gonna fool me. You're not gonna fool Joseph Conlon here on the Big Fight Field channel for your tricks. You're not fooling me, buddy. So the first match we got was Matt Riddle versus Sheamus. I mean, this was by far the best thing on the show tonight. Guaranteed. When these two get in the ring together, they're going to be the best thing on Monday Night Raw. They were the best thing on Monday Night Raw. This match was great. Of course it was. It was a great match. It was hard-hitting. Too bad everything else sucked on this show. Not everything, but most of the stuff sucked on this show. But this match was great. These two guys bring the best out of each other. One day, I hope that these two feud over the WWE Championship. It's highly unlikely, but I hope these two feud over the WWE Championship. We can actually see this match on a big stage that they deserve to be on, like a Royal Rumble or a SummerSlam. I'm not even saying they have to be on a WrestleMania, because I don't think Vince would do that for the WWE title on a WrestleMania. But these two guys deserve to face each other on the big stage, and they've proved that 3 times already. They have phenomenal chemistry together, and they bring the best out of each other. They really do. I love Sheamus, and I love Riddle. I love Matt Riddle. I'm surprised he beat Sheamus. After Adam Pearce announced this thing, I was like, Sheamus has got to win this. After what they've been doing the past couple of weeks with him and Riddle, he's got to win this. Or with him and McIntyre. He's got to win this. So, he lost. Matt Riddle lost. Clearly, they're going in a different direction. Maybe Sheamus is being saved for the Royal Rumble. And if he is being saved for the Royal Rumble, I actually like Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble better than I do at TLC, which I will get to in a little bit towards the end of this video. We then got Asuka versus Lana for the Raw Women's Championship. No, I'm not joking you. I'm being serious. Asuka defended the Raw Women's Championship against Lana, the woman that they called the Sole Survivor. She stood on the steps the entire time, and they rewarded her with a Raw Women's Championship match. WWE logic. That's WWE logic for you right there. At its best, at its peak, at its core. This match went 2 minutes. If you were going to book a Raw Women's Championship between Asuka and Lana, only to end in a 2-minute DQ by Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, then why book the match? Why book the match? So then after that, okay folks, listen to this. We get Asuka teaming up with Lana to go up against Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. And if you think I paid attention to this match, you know what I'm going to say. You're a fool. You're a fool if you think I paid attention to this match. Nia Jax went flying through the announce table. Shayna Baszler put Lana in the Kirifuda clutch. Asuka rolled up Shayna Baszler, and Asuka pinned Shayna Baszler. And then Lana ran to the stage. So the streak is over. The streak is over. Lana did not go through the announce table tonight. Now, what they're trying to make you believe, they're trying to make you believe Lana is a credible babyface. They're trying to make you believe Lana's a great babyface. They're trying to make you get behind Lana. And I know there's geeks on social media. Okay, I know there's geeks on social media that are all hyped up about Lana. Why? What's so special about Lana? The fact that she cried in a 2-minute video last night following Survivor Series. The fact that she had her own chronicle. The fact that she's been put through 9 announce tables for 9 weeks. I don't get the hype over Lana at all. I don't get it. What do you guys like about Lana that I'm missing here? She sucks as a wrestler. She's a terrible actor. She doesn't belong in a wrestling ring. Am I missing something? Please tell me. Am I missing something about Lana that I should like about her? Because I don't give a shit about her. I don't care about Lana. And I know exactly where this is going. They're pushing Lana and they're trying to make you believe that Lana is a credible babyface. And it's going to be her and Asuka versus Shayna and Nia at TLC for the tag team titles. Throw me a bleach. Throw me a bleach. I do not want to see that at all. And I don't care about anything about this. The third hour. Keith Lee versus Bobby Lashley. Another qualifying match to get into next week's triple threat. This is a match that should have been saved down the line. It was not a clean finish tonight. None of these guys could take a clean loss. So you know what, WWE, they did the right decision here. Thinking about it, was I getting into this match? Yes. This match between Keith Lee and Bobby Lashley was actually getting very good. And then it got interrupted by a DQ because of MVP, and Keith Lee won. But at the end of it, none of these guys could take a clean loss. Keith Lee can't lose. Keith Lee is an uprising star on this brand. And Bobby Lashley is the United States champion. You don't want him taking a loss. Why would you do that? He's supposed to be built up like a monster. And now, with that DQ, you've actually started a feud that I actually am a little bit interested in. Bobby Lashley versus Keith Lee over the United States Championship can be some very good stuff. If you put them out on a pay-per-view, if you put them out for the United States Championship at TLC, I guarantee you they're going to have a great match. We saw it tonight. It just got interrupted by a DQ, so they couldn't complete it. But these two guys are capable of having a great match together. And Keith Lee is now in the triple threat next week. I think the Hurt Business is going to cost him this match. And that'll start the feud between Bobby and Keith Lee. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. This was not about the match at all. This was actually more about Alexa Bliss. In fact, I could barely remember any wrestling in this match. What I remember was Alexa Bliss just crying and crying and crying. She was crying a lot in the middle of the ring. And then Nikki Cross, dumb babyface syndrome, felt for it. She went to console Alexa Bliss. She wanted to make sure she was okay. Alexa Bliss was crying for Nikki. They hugged. And then Alexa hit her sister Abigail. They could not have made Nikki Cross look like a dumber idiot tonight. She looked dumb as dirt in that sequence. Dumb as dirt that she fell for that trap by Alexa Bliss. I mean, she deserved it. She deserved it. Alexa Bliss wins. I think the feud's continuing. I don't think this is going to end right here. Where it goes, I got no idea. But what I'm telling you right now is with this character and her work the past couple months with Bray Wyatt, Alexa Bliss is 100% a much better option to take the Raw Women's Championship off of Asuka than Charlotte Flair. My main option would be Shayna Baszler, but that's not going to happen. She's in the tag team with Nia Jax. I don't see that happening anytime soon. So right now, I would give the title to Alexa. If you had to pick one woman on that Raw roster to take the title off of Asuka, right now it's Alexa. Who wants to see another Charlotte Flair title reign when she comes back? I know deep down you guys don't want to see that again. So I would give the title to Alexa. Let Nikki go away for a little bit. Write her off of TV. And your Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania is Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Cross. And Nikki finally does it. She wins a singles title. So there you go. I just booked your WrestleMania 35 Raw Women's Championship match right there. I'd have Alexa beat Asuka at the Royal Rumble or at the pay-per-view in March, probably Elimination Chamber. And I would do Alexa versus Nikki again. I would do that for the Raw Women's Championship. I would make that some sort of stipulation, and I would have Nikki go over. Charlotte Flair does not need to come back and chase for a championship. We've seen that too many times. We've seen it too many times, and people are tired of it. They're tired of it. Go with option B over option A. And option B is Nikki winning the title over Alexa. Main event. Let's talk about the main event. I personally did not even watch the main event until the final seconds. The Fiend popped up over the barricade to distract Randy Orton. Randy Orton looked over the barricade. The Fiend supposedly wasn't there. And then we saw AJ and Randy Orton wrestling. And you can clearly see the Fiend making his way to the ring. Clear as day, you could see it. The lights go out. Randy Orton's up on the rope. And the Fiend pops up on top of the rope. And he scares Randy Orton. So the lights come back on. AJ hits a phenomenal forearm. AJ Styles pins Randy Orton. And ladies and gentlemen, Bray Wyatt just became the biggest babyface in the WWE because he saved us He saved us from another Randy Orton-Drew McIntyre match on pay-per-view. We're actually going to get a new challenger for the WWE Championship. Now, who's that going to be? It's probably going to be AJ Styles. It's going to be AJ Styles. Like I said earlier, Hurt Business is going to cost Keith Lee. I don't see Matt Riddle winning this match. He's in there to take the pin. AJ will hit the phenomenal forearm on him. We're going to get an interim feud between AJ and Drew McIntyre. One match. Drew wins. He beats AJ at TLC. And Sheamus comes out to celebrate. And then we start the build for Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, which actually I think is the better location for both guys. I think that show is better for Sheamus and McIntyre than TLC is. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your Monday Night Raw review here on the Big Fight Field channel. I want to thank each and every single one of you who tuned into my review tonight. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a very NFL heavy week here on the channel. So if you're a fan of the NFL, make sure you subscribe to the channel. There will be no AEW Dynamite review this week. I'm very sorry about that. I got my final high school football game Wednesday night, and it's the night before Thanksgiving, and it's a long trip. So I'm not going to be reviewing Dynamite on Wednesday. But of course, I'll be watching it when I get home. And I'll still give you my thoughts on the show just through Twitter. Comment down below what you guys thought of tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Hit that like button if you like what I had to say in this video. Follow me on Twitter at Colin_Joseph. I will link my Survivor Series review down in the description. And I will see you tomorrow for my NFL Week 12 predictions right here on the channel. So have a good night and stay safe.